Hello. Make sure my camera is actually on. Okay. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Hi. I am making a vlog about how to respond to a meltdown. Okay, now everybody's meltdowns are kind of different. So what works for me may not work for everybody, but you know, there's some core things that may be helpful. And first and most importantly, a meltdown is not a tantrum. Can we please stop calling meltdowns tantrums? Because they may look the same, but they're not the same thing. They are not the same thing. A temper tantrum is a choice. You know, a person they kind of choose to just explode because they're not getting something they want. And a tantrum is a voluntary behavior because, you know, the kid, they may lose control of their anger, but they're choosing to just start screaming and kicking and yelling. And generally, if you ignore tantrum, it will stop because the kid's not getting the attention they want. And maybe they tire themselves off and they give up. They tire themselves out and give up. So a meltdown, on the other hand, a meltdown is like sneezing. You know, it happens, and once you start to sneeze, you can't like take it back. You know, your body might do one of those where's the rest of it? And then you sit there feeling like a goof. It's like, okay, I just jerked for no reason. You know, whereas a full sneeze is like, achoo! You know, and it's just, you don't have a choice in it. When you're gonna sneeze, you're gonna sneeze. The only thing you can do is put up a tissue and catch it in case, you know, snot rockets go flying. Because I've done that and it's not fun. Even if it's funny after, it's not fun when it happens. It's gross. But one of the most important things you can do when you're responding to a meltdown, this is the number one important thing. And it's also the hardest. I understand. I totally understand that it's really hard. But listen to me, an autistic adult, telling you this. You know, parents with young kids especially that are having a lot of meltdowns, you have to be calm, or you have to project calm, even if inside you are like, I just want to go grocery shopping. I just need to get through the grocery store. 5 more minutes, come on. You know, I know we all have those thoughts. Okay, you know, it's not bad to have that thought unless you go broadcasting it all over the internet and embarrassing your kid. Or if you decide to take your phone out and film them and be like, this is my life every day. You know, that's bad. Okay, that's bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And don't do it to adults either. Unless they consent and say, you know, it's okay to show my meltdowns, you know, or, you know, can I film you? Yes. But then if they don't like the video, they should be able to say no. And if someone is nonverbal, you should kind of assume that you don't have consent. Unless you know them really well and they have their own way of saying yes, and other people just don't know how to read that. But, you know, like I said, that's for every individual person. So what's the number one thing you gotta do is, like I said, be calm. You know, take that cleansing breath, and then, you know, just be like, okay. Because let me show you what the wrong way looks like to me. Okay, I'm going to stand up now and I'm going to try to make the camera tilt upward and hopefully it will not fall. But it might fall, so we'll see. Now, I'm standing over you. Now, watch this. How does this feel? Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Calm down. Calm down. Stop screaming. Stop screaming. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Quiet. Quiet. Stop it. Stop punching yourself. Stop it. Calm down. 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 Okay. Does that look very calming to you? Being like this in my face when I'm already in a meltdown state, that feels very threatening to me. You know, just because I'm hearing words, but I'm more in tune to your tone of voice and your body language. I'm more in tune to like the way you sound to me and what you're doing towards me rather than what you're saying. You know, it's like I know you're saying words, but I may not be able to interpret them. So when you're saying calm down, I may understand that you're trying to calm me down, but you're not being very calm. So, I see you doing this to me, and my reaction might be to just shove you away, because first of all, you're in my face, so I feel blocked in. And when I feel cornered during a meltdown, I get really, 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 really scared. I get more scared. Because a meltdown, it feels like the emotion of anger, but it's not anger. It's just my body is just, it's reacting like I am like really super pissed off, but I'm not actually pissed off, not up here. My body's pissed off, my sensory system is pissed off, but Cindy, the brain that runs my body, the emotion is not there. The only emotion I'm feeling is fear. It's like fear and a sense of urgency of like, I gotta do something, I gotta do. And you know what? If you block me in and make me feel like I'm trapped, like I said, I might decide to go through you, or I might jump over the back of the chair and run. I could easily do that too. Because when I'm in a state of sensory overload, my awareness and my ability to reason and my ability to interpret my surroundings, it shrinks over and over and over until boom. It's like the core of a supergiant star that's working on going supernova. Over time, like I think it starts off as helium, and then the core collapses and creates a denser core with denser elements. I think it's like carbon or something, and then that collapses down, and it keeps collapsing, heavier and heavier elements, until you get iron in the middle of that star. And iron absorbs energy, so of course that kills the star instantly. So the star just collapses, kaboom, supernova. Oh yeah, astronomy info dump right there, yeah. So, you might get a black hole, you might get a neutron star, and sometimes there's not even anything left. It's just the whole thing, and then it's gone. You get a pulsar in there. Well, I think a pulsar is a neutron star, but anyway, the pulsars are like the lighthouses in space. But, when I'm already collapsing, further stimulus will just finish the job and make the meltdown happen faster. So, when I am overstimulated but not ready to have a meltdown, I will sound very crabby, very cranky, like I'm just in a really bad mood. I just come off like I'm in a bad mood, and I'm aware of how I sound, but I can't change it. So, it's like if you're like, hey, how's that band sound? Oh, they're fine. And then you're like, what is your problem? It's like, nothing. Just leave me alone. Or if you're like my dad, you'd be like, don't give me an attitude. And it's like, I'm not giving you an attitude. And he's like, yes, you are. And that will trigger it. That will set it off. Because it's the conversation. It's not what he's saying. It's the conversation that I don't want to be having right now. Because I may only take words on like the first meaning that I think of when I hear them. Like if I think of a cat, I might think of a kitten. Or, if you say like superhero, I might think of Superman or something. But, if you're thinking of like, well, my mom is such a superhero, I might think, why is your mom Superman? Because my ability to think and reason and just interpret words is shrinking. So here's another trap that people can run into with me, because they might miss my body language, because my mouth might say one thing and my body's saying another, and it will be two opposite messages. You could come up to me and and when I'm getting really overstimulated, I might actually stop stimming, because moving creates stimulation. So I might sit very still, and I might put my head down. I might put my head down like this and look at my lap, or even I'll shut my eyes. And if it's really bad, I might be doing this. Now here's the thing, is that if I'm going like this, and you come up to me and you grab me real quick, I might be like, because you will startle the crap out of me, first of all, because I'm not expecting a person to come up and touch me. I might see your hand in time to know that somebody's coming, but I may not know who it is unless you're talking to me as you're approaching. And even then, I may only hear that it's your voice and recognize your individual voice and maybe not what you're saying. Now here's what you don't say when I'm sitting like this. Here's what you don't say. Don't say this. Are you okay? Cindy, are you okay? Because I will say, I will do this. Yes. 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 And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm not okay. But my hands are saying go away. And what happens is asking me if I'm okay is a very broad question. It's a very open question. And if I say no, you'll say, but what's wrong? And it will continue the conversation, and I don't want to be having a conversation right now. You know, I just want to simmer down and calm down so I don't freak out. So I will say the first answer that will make you just be like, okay, and leave. Because what I'm trying to get you to just go away. So, you know, Cindy, are you okay? Yeah. You know, because, you know, if I go, Cindy, are you okay? No. What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know. And then you keep asking, well, what's wrong? Is it this? 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 And it's like, I don't want to be talking. I don't want to be listening. I don't want to be trying to process anything. So here's what you do. Okay, I'm sitting like this. And once you know to read my body language and you know what this means, or what this means, you know, you come over and you go, are you getting overstimulated? Because then you are talking directly to what my problem is. And then I'll be like, yes, get me out of here. Or I might just be like, yes, I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated. I can't stand it in here. I hate this place. I don't like it. I don't want to be here. And I may not be hating the place. It's just my body is freaking out. And so, you know, I'm saying I hate this place, but really I'm saying is I hate how I feel. Because I'm going to be popping out whatever comes to my mouth first. And it might be word salad. It'd be like, you know, I don't want to wear blue. You know, I don't want the purple things. And there may be none of that around. But it's just my mouth is spitting out words. Because I know I should be saying things, but I can't think of anything to say up here. So it's just automatic words pop out. So if you ask, you know, are you getting overstimulated? Yes. And I may say, get me out of here. Or you could say, do you want to get out of here for a little bit and take a break? Or do you want to go outside? Or do you want to go in the bathroom? And then it's like, yes, because you are giving me the out. You're doing some thinking for me so that I don't have to. So, you know, you could take me like outside or to a bathroom. And, you know, I might take your hand and hold your hand because I may have to look at the floor because there's people moving and it's just too much for my eyes. So I may have my head down and I might have your hand and I might follow you. Or I might cling to your arm. I might cling to you because it's like you're my life preserver. You're the lifeguard. You're swimming me out of the dangerous water even though we're walking. So I might cling to you and I might cling on really close. And, you know, and it's okay to put your arm around me or something, you know, especially if I'm like, you know, if I'm like starting to cry and just get upset, because sometimes I'll get embarrassed that I'm in that state, even though, you know, it's par for the course with autism. You know, you get sensory overload and you have meltdowns sometimes, you know, stuff happens. But, you know, it's okay to put your arm around me, but just if you do, just make sure you do it firmly. And even better, I might turn towards you and just wrap my arms around you because I am just seeking just refuge and a hug or something like that. And that's when it's okay to just hug me around my shoulders. And like, it's okay to push me against you a bit. Just don't push so hard that I can't breathe. But the pressure will be calming to me. It will calm me down. Just don't like rub my back because that's like, just the firm pressure and just stand still. And, you know, my hands might start moving on your back. I might start rubbing your back because I'll be stimming. And, you know, if it's tickling you, it's okay to say that because I might just push down harder. Or I might move my hands off you and do something like this, you know, behind your back. But I am just letting off the steam. all the excess energy. But, this is obviously when we've gotten outside or somewhere quiet or something, but, if we have nowhere to get to, I may turn into you and just hide in you, just by like burying my face in your neck or whatever, I might just all of a sudden decide to do a standing cuddle because I can't take it. And it's like you're making it safe. So, but I generally don't do that with people I don't know. I'll do it with people that I'm familiar with, like, like my dad or something like that. I might do that with him. Although I don't do it very often now. I did it more when I was a kid than I do now. But sometimes I still might do it. Or I might turn to a wall and be like this, just covering up, just trying to get away from everything. But that's kind of tricky because if somebody comes up behind me and be like, hey, are you okay? And it's like, get out of here, go away, get away from me. Now, if I'm already having a meltdown and you have to move me, it's okay to talk to me to say we need to move somewhere. Because, not all my meltdowns are like screaming and punching myself. I might just be uncontrollably crying. So if you just lead me somewhere so that I'm like out of the public eye, or just I start right in the middle of the street and I froze, or if I'm in the middle of the supermarket and we have to keep shopping, you can keep shopping with me if I'm having a crying meltdown, because I can keep walking, just pull on the front of the cart and it'll prompt me to move, because otherwise I will stick to the floor like I'm Spider-Man or something. So when there's a meltdown in progress with me, don't say a whole bunch of complicated things and it's like, I'm sorry you feel bad. And you can say it's okay, because that's reassuring, but don't say it like, it's okay. Just be like, it's okay, it's alright. Because that's reassuring me that I've not made you mad or made you like judge me for my meltdown, because that's a really bad feeling to just be losing it in front of somebody and feel like they're like, I'm just gonna go over there now, okay, bye. Because then it's like, oh God, I scared them off. And that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So, that's just something to keep in mind. Just be calm and just don't ask broad questions. Ask a specific question like, are you getting overstimulated? And if it's okay to touch or move the person, do it. But if they're rude to the spot and they are resisting being moved, don't force it unless they're like in danger. If I stick in place and I am not going anywhere, like if I'm screaming and I'm like, screaming, and you pull me and I resist moving, that means don't move me. But if you pull me and I move, that means I want to move and I just can't. It really depends, because it depends on the situation, and sometimes one day I was sticking in place and the other I'll come with you. So you gotta try it. And another thing is, don't punish kids for having meltdowns. Don't punish adults for having meltdowns, because that's like me punishing you because you sneeze all the time. You can't control it that your nose itches and that you go, achoo! You don't control that. And that was a fake sneeze, by the way. My real sneezes are a lot funnier. That's like me being like, don't you dare sneeze, don't you sneeze, don't you sneeze. And then you can't control it, you start to, and then you get scared to sneeze, and then it just makes the anxiety worse. So be calm. Be very specific if you're asking questions to the person when they're overloaded. Be affirmative and be comforting during the meltdown. Don't try to yell over them, even if they're screaming. Just be like, it's okay, it's okay. Respect whether they want to stay or go. And don't punish. Don't punish. Okay? This vlog was probably really super long, and I cannot seem to make a short one. I don't know why, but there you go. That's some ways to deal with a meltdown, at least for me, but it might work for somebody in your life too. So good luck. Bye.